What up, blessed people? It's Pastor G. I need to share something real quick, and I'm gonna try to make this quick. I was just made aware of something that I needed to share with you guys. There's an enemy against your success in family, your success in business, your success at school, your success at church. Your, every part of your life that God has told you that you win in, there's an enemy against you winning. The Bible calls it spiritual warfare. Now, I need you to know this without any apprehension that spiritual warfare is real. One of the greatest deceptions of the enemy is making you believe that it's not so. He wants you to think that all of the mishaps, all of the things that you are seeing is just by chance. Things are not working out the way that they should work out. You done dotted all your I's, crossed all your T's, but still you're not seeing the level of success that you knew, that you know that you were promised. That's called spiritual warfare. He's telling you that you didn't prepare enough. You didn't have enough information. Now there are instances that that is happening, but I'm telling you, you're in the spiritual warfare right now, and I want to speak to that moment. There's an enemy against your success, and he's hiding his hand. He's sabotaging life, and we don't even know it. We are putting too much dependence in our own power when we are fighting. The Bible says it like this, Ephesians 6. It says, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, power, spiritual wickedness against our life. The Bible says the thief cometh not. This is what Jesus says in John 10. The thief cometh not but to steal, to kill, and to destroy. It is telling us that there is a war going on that we need to recognize. Because if we don't recognize this, we cannot be successful. We have many days of disappointment because we're going to dot our I's again and cross all our T's, and then we won't see the success. Now God is sending revelation because he says, it is time for you to move into greater life. And so he told me, expose these tools. Now, if this battle is indeed a spiritual war, the weapons that God give us are not carnal. They're mighty through God. So now it means that there is revelation that he's releasing that will be weapons. You can't win unless you got God's revelation or God's mind on what the enemy is trying to attack you with. God will give you strategic information how to dismantle what the enemy, and now we're going to see life change because he's sabotaging relationships, he's sabotaging contracts, he's sabotaging several things. And so I was reminded just a second ago. I was reminded. I was having a conversation with my wife about going to eat at a specific restaurant, and lo and behold, on my cell phone, I started getting pop-up advertisement from this restaurant. Just blew me away. I started getting advertisement about my discounts. I started getting advertisement pictures of the desserts. Man, so it influenced me to go eat because of the advertisement. And so then the Lord dropped in my spirit. He says, you need to be aware. You need to be aware. The spirit realm is much more vivid and much more real than even the physical realm. We don't know this because we have become asleep. We're not paying attention to this. And so he reminded me, he says, just as you got the advertisement about the restaurant, he said, don't you know the enemy right now is sending advertisement to people that have made a decision that they are shifting their life and becoming all that God has told them in their destination and their ordination. He says, now he's sending advertisement. He know the right time to send the vivid picture, the very vivid picture of the things that you've been vulnerable to. Now, watch this too. He know the right time to send the person that will agitate you into cursing them out. I want to use that. Now, our flesh is rising. I know forever we were taught that when it comes to flesh issues, when we're speaking about warfare, it's always between a man and a woman. That too. But some of you don't have that problem. Some of you have a problem with when people cross you, you're going to give them the tongue lashing that they desire. Some of you, you like to twist the truth a little bit. And I'm just twisting the truth so that I can get what I desire. Now, watch this. Just at the right time. I want to say this. This is important. because you made a decision to follow God's direction and you've had days of success. And now the enemy is going to come in with strategic tools. He's going to push your buttons. He's going to push your buttons. He's going to push your button. He's going to send the right advertisement. He's going to show you in a picture how somebody said something, how everybody's seen how everybody viewed you when they said it to you, and he's gonna say, you're gonna let them get away with that? Really? You're gonna let them? They're gonna think you're weak. And so now you're gonna gear yourself up after all the good work you have put in. You're gonna let him send a picture in your mind so that you can go and let them know. Don't get it twisted. There's some of you that he's going to say, right now is the right time to lie on about this. It's tax season. You can lie about it. All kind of things. He's sending you a vivid picture of what you're going to get as a consequence of your lie. We are in a spiritual battle. Now, here's one of his tools. Check this tool out. He comes with as an angel of light. Here he is. He's telling you, man, you've been good for several days. You haven't been this good. Now notice he's saying to you, you abstain from telling them off. You abstain from lying. And I think that you've been successful. You never went this long before. So now you need to celebrate, but you need to let everybody know that don't get it twisted. And watch, he's coming in. He knows the right time. He's going to send the prompt at the right time. This morning just experienced the very thing. I had to rebuke the devil. Like, whoa. And the Lord says, this is spiritual warfare. He knows the right time. He knows exactly what you need at the right time or what you are desiring. He sends the advertisement and say, this is how you get that. Why are you waiting? Same thing he did with Jesus in the temptations of Luke 4. He said, if you be this, why should you be waiting for this to happen? And so now he wants you to go to work because he wants you to think that is dependent upon your skill set. It's dependent on your information, your great wisdom, but it's not. It's dependent on God. Now, Paul says it like this in Corinthians chapter 12. It says, there's been given me a thorn in my flesh, a messenger. Here's a thorn. It's a messenger of Satan that buffets me. What is he saying? He sends the advertisement at the right time. He knows what I'm thinking at the moment, and he sends the right advertisement. He paints the vivid picture. That's what spiritual warfare is. And so Paul says, I prayed to the Lord that he would take this away. But he says, his reply to me is, my grace is sufficient. Why does God say this to you? Because he's telling you that this is spiritual warfare. You are already out of your weight class. This battle is fought by the Lord. Satan, the Lord rebuke you. I need you to hear me. Because if you try to fight it on your own, with your own power, you're going to continue to let things fall through the crack. You're going to continue to see the mishaps. You're going to still change the things about you, but you're never going to trust in the Lord. This is a battle in the spirit realm that you got to allow God. Why are you telling me this, Pastor? Because you made great strides. To get to the place that God has desired you is a journey. Perfection in God is a journey. Now, when the Bible says, be perfect, the Greek word is teleos. That means to become mature in what God has called you to be. Perfection is teleos in Greek, mature. That's a journey. Now, hear me. The Bible says this, that as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. That's interesting in this spiritual warfare. As a man thinketh. So it's saying this, that one thought will never make a man successful. So on the flip side, one thought don't bring you to the place of defeat. Just because the enemy brought a thought into your mind does not mean that you are defeated in this journey to maturity. This is a journey. There's several thoughts you got to think. And so what I'm saying to you in this spiritual warfare, don't give up. Don't give up. You are in journey. Don't let the enemy detour you. You have made great strides. By grace, you're going to continue. But he's coming after you. Yes, he desires to sift you. He desires to sift you. But you cannot give in these moments. If you have a brush with your old self in the journey, that's okay. If you have a brush, get up, dust yourself off, and stay in the journey. Stay in the journey. What he cannot destroy, he will distract. He cannot destroy you, so he's trying to distract you, because the only way you lose is when you quit. So you cannot quit. But you're in a spiritual battle. There are things that are crossing your mind right now. There are some things that you haven't thought in a long time. There's some things that are popping up. Hey, he knows what you like. He knows exactly what you lack in him. The build, the color, the clothing, the car. He knows. He sends it at the right time. You minding your own business. And all of a sudden, how is this black in my mind? He knows what you want her to look like. Definitely. Yes. And he's sending vivid. He's got 4K advertisement of everything you were thinking. And now you're thinking you're about to condemn yourself. That's what he wants. He wants you to condemn yourself so that you will forgive up. He wants you to throw up your hand and say, I can't do it. I thought I was past this. You have never passed it. Grace has brought you past this. And so grace will lead you on. So let God fight this battle. Satan, the Lord rebuke you. I can't fight you under my own power. This is not my skill set. This is not my information. This is God's revelation. Satan, the Lord rebuke you. Now, I'm going to say it as I've always said it. Now it's time for you to go be great. Walk in the power of God. When you get hit with the fiery darts, don't worry, stand up again, because God is going to grace you back up again. God is going to grace you back up again. You will get to the final destination. Blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings are yours, and ain't nothing the devil can do about it. Pastor G out.